Good evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to Slice and Dice here with the Manylands campaign. Before we get into things today, just want to say again a huge thank you to everyone who tuned in to our first ever collab stream here on the channel on Wednesday last week. Phenomenal response from you guys in response to that, and a big thank you, of course, to the collaborators who collaborated with us, those D&D companies and other enthusiasts who joined us for the stream. Those are Family Fantasy RPG, Dungeon Masters Workshop, Tabletop Crafter, Aqua Otter Illustrations, and Mad Hats Cats. There's links to all of their stuff, their websites, Etsy stores, etc., on our Twitch page. Go check them out. Go and support them, and by all means, please go and if you missed the stream, you can see that exclusive collab Adventures in Ceylon on our YouTube channel. It just dropped yesterday. And finally, in regards to that, as I said, a huge response from you guys on that, not only on the socials, but also on Twitch as well. I'm just going to run through all the new followers who jumped on during that stream. So thank you to McJarman11, Punk Rock Turtle, Gerald Death Art, Terrapin. There's a few animal-themed ones. The Role Players, Capturing Soul 2, The Wolverine 23, Yezid, Topo Turtle, and Wyborg. Thank you all for following the channel. Really does mean a lot to all of us here. And like I said, Adventures of Ceylon. Go check it out if you haven't already. It's kind of, I would say, a furry frolic with anthropomorphic pals in a setting known as Ceylon and in the city of Paylor. It was really good fun. And anyway, enough about that. Let's put that to one side now because it's done. And now we're going to focus on everything the Manylands. And hello, guys, because we have been rejoined by missing last week. Marshall's back. Hello.
Hello.
And missing for the longest time. Marta's back, everyone.
Hey.
Sorry, I know you jumped in. I know there's similar names, so there's a little bit of confusion. Anyway,
Marshall.
I mean, it is my fault. I stole Marshall last week, so you know.
Yeah.
It is entirely your fault, but it's totally fine. Like, it's not a big deal,
kidnapped.
not at all.
It's fine.
Voluntary
you guys had
kidnap.
work to do. You guys had important things to do, and speaking of important stuff, sometimes I have to take a week off as well, and hence why next week we're not going to have a stream because I'm not physically here, so it can't happen. Sorry, everyone. But that being said,
No, you don't get to have time off, Jack.
Right?
You don't.
We
can just go. You're chained to your desk.
I mean, you joke. Anytime anyone sees me online, I'm here. I'm never anywhere else. So, yeah. Good times. I'm just gonna cry into my rusted chains that've been rusted through years of tears. Anyway, before we jump in with tonight's stream, guys, does anyone have any announcements to make? No? Good. In regards to myself, shameless plug.
Shameless plug!
There's only one I can think of, and that is if you're not on our Discord already. I mean, what are you doing with your life? But secondly, get onto our Discord. We have some great emojis, personalized emojis for this stream. And now I've been slowly going through the whole of the party, getting each person's face captured at some point for some kind of expressive emoji. And last week we dropped another one. We dropped DK's emoji. I think that was last week. And we only have one left to go out of the entire of the main group. Sorry, Angelique, we may get to you, but not yet. But one left from the main group, and that being our own Seth James here. So if you want to find out firsthand what that emoji is, then come join us on the Discord. There's a link in the oh no, that way, the picture. Yes, in the box there, we'll have the address to our Discord, so you can join it there. You can also join it if you're watching us live on Twitch. Much simpler by clicking on the link that says "Chat with us." I think with the Discord logo. Easy as that. Anyway, that's quite enough shameless plugs out the way. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, what? Sorry. No. Okay. Let's jump in with tonight's session here in the Manylands campaign on Slice and Dice. And we are back. So, ladies and gentlemen, last time here on Slice and Dice, so you guys have been adventuring across the hillside, heading towards the Ratgurt Mountains, and specifically, you've been on the trail of the Eyrie, which is a monastery of sorts hidden in the mountains, which these Aarakocra have been, who attend the monastery, should I say, these Aarakocra monks, and two of which that you captured are now leading you to their home because they have been essentially enslaved and taken over by manticores, a whole host of manticores. And now in your travels so far, you have managed to defeat 5 manticores, including a supposed leader of the manticores, Ulysses, who Leobrin now carries the magical ring that Ulysses had on his person. And due to the events last week, Marshall, I know you weren't here, but due to the events last time, those the other effect on the ring has taken effect. Just wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean?
What? Nice, cool.
Yeah, things happened. So while you guys have been traveling, you met Brina, the deep gnome wizard, who was heading above ground for her own reasons. But it seems that her fate seems to be kind of tied up and intermingled with that of Fleeting Look, as both of them follow Keith, otherwise known as Ominak, God of Truth, who's sending both of them towards the very same, it seems, mountain, looking for the trunk that does not belong. Brina has a gift which, again, Fleeting Look notices more than the others, seems to be tied to Ominak in some way, because both of them can see that this wand gives an eminent glow from it, whereas nobody else can see that. Which is now, thanks to Fleeting Look having a little chat with Keith, has now been switched from a bright white to a less bright blue, so it's a bit not as harsh on the eyes. You guys last time were accosted after having made camp overnight, having a very interesting night in which you met the woman that Leobrin was seeking to give a crystal ball back to, the sister of the old fortune teller from the inn back in Heroes Landing. I know there's a lot of stuff going on here. You met her and gave the crystal ball and were told of her caravan, and that if Leobrin kind of wanted to right the wrongs that had been done to him, as in his loss of powers or sort of intermittent performance issues with his warlock magic, to then seek out the caravan and the pearl that is on board there. And should he take that, that's his first step on the course to getting his powers back. As well as this, you guys ended up fighting more manticores, along with this time some Aarakocra monks. These were sky dancers, as you were told afterwards by Kerr and Beak, who are more of the sword wielding and more sort of martial of the monks from the Eyrie. You managed to spare them. None of them were killed, but once the manticores were slain, they surrendered wholeheartedly to you. And through some negotiation with Leobrin, sort of interpreting and the rest, you kind of decided on a course of action by sending these Aarakocra back empty-handed to the Eyrie, and to just say that the manticores, I believe you said, are heading to the town, causing some trouble there. And they could be sort of eyes on the inside, you've agreed, so that when you get to the Eyrie, you can have some kind of resistance, or maybe have some force that can allow you entry further into the Eyrie, because obviously you'll be kind of on home turf, as it were, for the manticores, so it's good to have people on the inside. So once that discussion was over, they flew away, and the rest of you, along with Kerr and Beak, headed on towards your objective. Coming across after a few hours, it was a terrible storm. There was a lot of rain throughout this day, but it only sort of cleared up in the last hour or so before you made it to the road, and by the road itself, the very same caravan which the elderly lady Leobrin had been seeking had described to you. So that's where we would pick things up with you guys. But before we get into that, we need to spool things back a little bit here, because there is one member of the party who's been missing and been pursuing other courses of actions, shall we say, back in Hillburg. So we're going to head on back to our one and only Naeris. Hello.
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 I forgot my microphone.
So to recap quickly with you, how you left things with the party. Once you assisted them in capturing these two Aarakocra. You don't know their names, but they are Kerr and Beak, as it turns out now. You assisted them in doing that, and then when Malar and Leobrin took them back to their new home, you at that moment kind of confessed that you didn't feel comfortable at this time going off out of town when your uncle clearly is dealing with his grief. You are as well. You're in mourning as well, and so you just needed some time, some personal time. And so the group were very understanding and let you kind of get on with it. They said that they'd let you know if they needed your help and keep you up to date of what's going on. And you also stated quite clearly that if there was any news of the Red Mages, to tell you straight away, because you'll be there basically. Come back to them. So in the meantime, you also agreed, shall I say, to keep an eye on the two lycanthropic charges that you guys have back in the temple. Now, Ventrix II, the priest, is sort of the main responsibility for looking after them, but you've agreed to just kind of poke your head in every once in a while, just to check everything's okay there, because you don't want werewolves getting loose on the town again, not after last time. So, you went to bed. Woke up in the morning, and you were of course expected to attend your uncle, as you have done before, in the workshop. So could you roll for me, Naeris, as the pupil for today's carpentry lesson? Could you roll me an intelligence check, please?
Indeed. Oh, that's not great. That's not great. That is intelligence. That is 4. So I'm having a bit of a blonde moment.
Oh boy. I mean, it's a frustrating morning for you. You've kind of got past the point of being told the basics of carpentry, and now you're sort of trying to. It's your first step doing practical exercises. The theory's taken care of, supposedly, but now you're kind of starting to do some carving. The implements, you're not used to handling them, and kind of how they cut into the woods, and sort of how you interact with those things. It feels like the first time you get into a car, you're having a couple of you're stalling quite a lot, basically, to use that pun. And your uncle's just kind of looking over and humouring you as much as he can, but having to step in quite a lot and correct you, and kind of takes the planer off you.
To set things on fire in frustration, also to hide the evidence.
Sees a little bit, sees that kind of orange glow in your eye, and just kind of goes, Naeris, I'm just gonna take the planer and the hammer now, and we'll put those down. We'll go for something maybe a little smaller, and maybe we can work up from that. So instead, he puts you on fletching for the morning, so to make some arrows. So hands you some wood, kind of leaves you to your own devices out the front. You get the sense that he felt like he was hovering over you, although perhaps with good intentions. But now he's kind of needs to give you a space and let you go outside.
Leave me to derp, God.
Let's just crash and burn outside, please. There is fate seems to be at play today. Unbeknownst to you, fate influences things happening with the rest of the party, but it's an influence for you as well, of a different kind. Can you roll a d20 for me, please, Marta, and just tell me what you roll?
Dropped it. 17.
17.
Yes.
Alrighty then.
Have mercy.
This,
Tom.
I mean,
all of Marta's wood carving goes terribly wrong.
No.
Wait, Naeris' wood carving. Shit.
that's oddly specific. No, this particular fate die is something that has been written down for a long time.
Oh no!
And so I needed to.
The rest of the stream is, by the way, is just going to be me going, "Oh no!" What up, fake dice?
We'll get to that later, shall we? Yeah. Hashtag fate dice.
I'm still dealing with my fate dice.
Brina is still feeling the effects of her fate dice. Yes.
Ouch.
We'll get to that. So after spending most of your morning carving, or should I say fletching, you're trying to make some arrows. Your uncle comes out after a couple of hours to check on your progress, and in that time, it's been difficult for you, but you have managed to fletch 2 arrows successfully. There are 7 broken ones around you, but 2 of them look great. And as he said, well, it's a start. I can give you a few more lessons at some point, but hey, I mean, it's nearly lunchtime now. Would you mind popping to the inn? Just bring me an ale back over here. I'd be much obliged.
Yeah, sure.
He's kind of wiping down his leather apron. You can see there's some moist beads of sweat around him. Yeah, a cool glass of beer seems to be what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be better at that than this. So.
Well, look, if it helps, I didn't fletch a single arrow the first time I was done doing fletching, so it's not all bad. And he kind of he hands you a gold piece. Says, "So that's for the ale, and get yourself something too."
Aw, thanks. I guess. Okay, let's just.
You're right, En. No problem.
I was just gonna go now, I guess.
Okay. Do you head on south you heading to the Trickle Inn, or are you heading somewhere else?
Nope. Head straight to the inn. Just kind of like happy to be walking away from my failure.
Yeah, fair enough. Leave that behind you in the dust. Yeah, fair enough. So as you head towards the inn, now you remember the Trickle Inn, quite a large building. It overlooks the gatehouse at the south entrance, the main entrance to Hillburg. And as you turn up there, just heading round into the inn, just beforehand, you can see the gates open up, and there are 3 figures on horseback who come in. One of which kind of has what could be described as, if you imagine like a boiled egg, but with a shower curtain behind it. That's the kind of hairdo he's going for. This guy. So like just this mop of hair at the back, nothing on the top or on the sides.
I was not ready for that.
Bill Bailey is what we've got here, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
that's exactly where I got that boiled egg shower curtain description from, to be fair.
Bill Bailey on horseback.
Bill Bailey with
got
an eye patch, I should say, a cloth eye patch, wearing sort of looks like some leather armor with multiple straps along it, and a short sword at his side. Behind him, you see a human woman. This one again looks like they've seen some action. She's wearing breastplate armor. She's got really short back and sides, but kind of like a flat top hair, with a very pale complexion. But you can see, because of this paleness, not as pale as Naeris Mind, who is basically alabaster, as we've established, but pretty pale for a human female in this area. You can see many scars upon her face, and these very large brown eyes. And finally, following them in on the final horse, is a dwarven male. This one has sort of a plaited, it's almost got a green tinge, his beard. And he, again, like the guy at the front, is wearing sort of these a leather chest piece. They all sort of head in and look over in your direction momentarily, one at a time. It seems the the lady's first to observe you, and then kind of you hear a muttering, and the other two look over in your direction before they head on over to the stables at the front and tie up their horses.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of squint at them and then just walk in and go about my business. I ain't got time for this today. Not in the mood.
It's a fair point. You've had a lousy morning. Why make it worse?
Yeah.
No worries. So
Why
you
go poke the bear?
Why
But yeah,
poke the
I am
elephant in the
keeping
room?
an ear out for where they are. If they show up in my immediate surroundings again, I will sort of be
Sounds good.
aware.
You are on high alert. So
Say hi, just that don't feel like dealing, so I just gotta try to avoid them.
All right. So you head into the inn. Probably a good place to lose people. To be fair, there's still a few patrons in here. You know, it's the sort of the lunchtime rush, if you like. Everyone's ordering not paninis. They don't do them there, but you know, everyone's going a bit crazy, like it's a Pret.
How continental!
Although here, because Burikrin is not famed for its culinary prowess, mostly everyone is ordering sort of slices of bread, hunks of cheese. It's all very, basic goods, as we've talked about before. They're not really into herbs and spices.
Are we in Wales?
Oh.
I mean, there's a lot of dwarves
So,
as well.
I am walking to the counter, or at least that's my intention, to walk to the counter and get that ale and an ale for me if I have enough money to do so.
Sure, yeah, you've got more than enough there.
And get some bread and cheese with that.
Tell you what, you can get enough. You can get bread and cheese for both of you. What do you say that you wanted?
Just same as
ales.
Bredlin. Yeah, two ales. Can I order, Jack? Can I order 2 ales and 2 orders of bread and cheese, please?
Yeah, of course. Just go and get them now. And the barkeep heads back behind the counter. I guess towards the kitchen, grabs your stuff, comes on out, pours you a couple of fresh ales. Goes, right, so yes, it's about 10 silver pieces, please.
I just, slide the gold piece with a serious
thank you.
face.
That's exactly what I wanted. Yes, thank you. Because it's exactly the right amount. So great. Takes that. You have your bread and cheese. Can you roll a perception check for me while you're waiting at the bar? Because you're on high alert.
20.
Natural
plus
20.
Wait, natural 20 plus.
Woo!
What's that? That the total of this perception was it? 24.
Yes. Oh, yay. Okay, with the 24, you've observed not only so you're keeping an eye out for these suspicious individuals who've just come into the town, but what you also notice is the dwarven cultists, the Fairfan cultists, who have been they congregated in the inn before, but it seems they're back and in greater numbers. Congregating in the inn, they haven't. So I'm just killing Bart.
Which cultists? Sorry, can you repeat that?
So these are the dwarven cultists of Fairfan, who
there we go.
mostly
Those,
wearing sackcloth robes.
And I'm over it.
There's about
I'm
10
over
of
them.
in
I'm
there,
over the other ones.
so
I'm
over
just over everyone and
aware.
everything around me right now.
And you're aware,
can't
of course, of the the brother of the who's in the jail currently, who wanted to join the cultists and was kind of left holding the baby.
Or the cat interrogation happened. Yeah,
yes, the cat interrogation. Yes, as we all know it, the cat interrogation, of course. How stupid of me. In addition to that, you do hear the door open, and given natural 20 and given your awareness of these individuals, you hear the door open at about the time that you would expect those folks to enter if they literally got off their horses and headed straight to the inn at walking speed. So, you are aware that they quite possibly are entering the inn right now. Did you want to do something about that or not?
I'm just going to glance over my shoulder to confirm or deny.
Sure. And so you do so, and you see the breastplate armor first of all just kind of shines out in the gloom of the kind of the reflection of the torchlight. It seems to be well polished of the female adventurers. They head in, followed by the other two. They don't seem to be looking in your general direction currently.
I'm going to scoop up what I bought and just walk out,
Sure.
or attempt to walk out.
Are you trying to
But like
get...
keeping a little bit of a distance from them. Not an obvious like
Mhm.
I'm going away, but I'm just giving them a wider berth through the patrons.
You're trying to be subtle, trying to get...
Yeah.
I would say for this, make a stealth check.
How
Trying to-
stealthy
trying
am
to
I?
avoid them a little bit.
Ooh. That
What's
is
the-
18.
Oh, so every 18. Well, yeah, that's good. With that, you don't think they've spotted you, and you kind of mill your way through the crowd because there's quite a few in here enjoying their very basic bread and cheese, and yeah, kind of make a beeline for the exit and head on back
Yeah.
to.
And
back
yeah,
to
and
the workshop?
head with a slightly quickened pace back. And when I get back, I'm gonna tell Brynlin about the weirdos I saw. Maybe he knows something about it.
All right. So you tell him.
Unless something happens in between me getting back.
Right. Fair enough. No, you get back no issue. It's not far to the workshop from the inn. To be fair, it seems like your uncle built it from just the right place, really, to get to the inn quite
Perfect.
quickly. Yeah. So you tell him what you've seen. He looks a bit uncomfortable at this. You don't think that maybe? Have you seen any of those wanted posters up at all?
No.
Well, there's one that looks kind of like one of your friends, Tricorn Hat.
Yeah, I go. I don't know what you're talking about. And I mean, it's not the only guy with a tricorn hat.
Do you know who he's talking about, or is this a
I know
genuine?
who
or
he's talking
I
about.
thought so.
Yes, it's
It's your
Seth.
uncle,
I
but
remember.
it's going to have to be a deception check.
Okay. Deception. Ooh. Oh, darling. Oh, yes. That is 21.
21.
Thank you,
Fair
Dice.
enough.
That was a
Fair
shit start, but a good continuation.
Unfortunately, his insight, he rolled a natural 1 because Brynland is very trusting of Naeris.
Aw.
His-
Oh, honey.
Well, anyway, maybe they're inquiring about that. I really hope maybe we should hide you away somewhere just in case. Yeah, I'm supposed to protect you. I don't know. What?
No. I'm staying put. I'm not going away. I'm definitely not leaving you alone. And I've got stuff to do. So, like, yeah. This, by the way, does he know about me having to keep an eye on those werewolves?
Brynland doesn't know. No, he doesn't know.
So, like,
As far
I've
as
got
you're
stuff to do. I've got all kinds of Bernie tricks that I've been, honing over the last few weeks of travel. So, yeah, I'll be
Well,
fine.
that's kind of what I'm afraid of, Naeris. I don't want you burning down my workshop.
I won't. I promise I won't burn out the workshop. I've been away for too long, and you know what? It might be that you need my protection. You never know. You never know. All right?
I mean,
She almost does like finger guns. Just right. Okay, cool. Yeah.
and
Okay, fine.
he like after a moment, like he's looking disapproving, and then that just kind of breaks into a very warm smile, and he's kind of like shakes his head a little bit. Look, I appreciate that, but I don't think you realize how important you are.
Well, I got some idea from the last people that kidnapped me, so I'm just gonna go back to fletching those arrows, and yeah, let's just leave it at that.
All right. Well, I've got orders to fill, so if you do a good job fletching those arrows, and you got some time on your hands, I could use that.
Hey.
Help, not hinder, though. Okay.
All right, I'll try. And so I'm gonna go back to trying to fletch the arrow.
In the chat.
But so can I roll whether I successfully fletch another arrow just for
Sure, you can make another
dramatic effect?
Yeah, make another intelligence check.
Thank you. Thank
See, putting
you.
what
That
you've
is a
learned to practice.
non-natural 20.
A non-natural 20. Lovely. So this time, I mean, not only do you fletch You fletch 5 more arrows with no breakages this time. Good job. But you have enough time left in the day that, for the last hour or so, you can attempt to assist Brynland in what he's doing.
I will definitely not do that.
All right.
So what I'm gonna do is, are all these arrows already assembled? Are the arrowheads?
So the arrowheads haven't been made yet; they're separate. But
they haven't made yet. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, there may be arrowheads in the workshop. You haven't looked for them, but.
But would Brynland see me? He's in the workshop, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in the workshop, sure.
Oh, damn it! I wanted to see me.
All right. You sneaky rogue, you. No, wait, that's Seth. Sorry. Carry on.
Right. So I'm just gonna pick up. I guess I'm gonna pick up one of the unfinished arrows. Just I don't know why. Just because I'm feeling it. Could be improvised weapon. You don't know.
Yeah. Well, definitely. Improvised weapon.
Yeah, but maybe just sharpen the end a little bit, just in case. And but just gotta something to play around with in my hands, basically. And I'm gonna casually stroll back to the inn to see if the people are still there. And I have some of my money with me, I believe. I think.
You've got your own coin purse or whatever you've got in there.
Yes.
You've got it with you, sure. So you go into the inn. Make a perception check while you're there.
Oh, that's not good. Natural 1.
Natural 1. I mean, you mosey on around.
I've really been on the ups and downs on these dice rolls today.
I mean, you just got to roll with it, It's a lot like life. Sometimes, it rains, it pours, it peaks and it troughs. It sometimes doesn't rain. I don't know where that analogy was going. But anyway, when you get into the inn, what takes your interest, actually, is suddenly, on reflection, going, so they just... Is that bread and cheese? Is that all they sell? Well, I mean, they didn't even say what kind of cheese it was. That could have been anything. And then you're kind of looking over around, like, the rest of the patrons, anyone who's there. It seems lunch service is over at this point. You're kind of 3 o'clock now. And so you do see a couple of cheeses there, and there's a couple of questionable-looking kind of mini camembert or bries, that sort of thing. It's kind of gooey cheese.
Glad I have my priorities straight.
Yeah, that's kind of what takes up your time. And then you say, oh shit, and you look around. You haven't noticed these 3 individuals you saw earlier in the inn. So they don't appear to be there.
Well, then I'm going to go to... Well, can I do a perception check to see if anybody... how did I put it? There's anybody else unusual in there that I would take notice.
Yeah, no problem. Go for it.
That is 17.
17. All right. So the most unusual person that you see in the inn is a dragonborn. You can tell sort of a copper skin tone, scale tone to this dragonborn, wearing cloth and robes and hiding their face with the hood, which seems a little bit suspicious. The cultists, there's still a few of them in the inn, not as many as before. Perhaps some of them were on lunch.
Right. I don't know what I want to do.
You lost there. You look like you're looking for something.
Who's that?
That accent went somewhere. That was the innkeeper. I used to do his accent better. It's
yeah. Well, I'll just turn it. God damn it.
Slander Blueview, the innkeeper.
So I'm just going to look at him.
Can I be of assistance at all?
I'm just gonna kind of blankly look at him, and blink, and just turn around and leave. And I'm gonna go around to where the horses are tied up. From the peeps.
The investigator come forth. Yes, you can see the horses are no longer there.
Can I do an investigation check to see if they dropped anything, or if there's anything I can pick up from where the horses were?
Sure. Well, I'd say are you looking to are you looking for something from the horses, or are you looking for tracks?
Something from the horse, like if something like any kind of clue, any kind of feather or unusual
Sure.
bits and pieces that would tell me where they're from
That sounds
or where
good.
they were.
Let's go. Yeah, investigation sounds good for that. Yeah.
I had just rolled when we were talking about this, so hopefully
okay.
this counts because it's good. So it is non-natural 20.
Okay, 20 altogether. All right. So looking on the ground, doesn't look like a lot's been left behind from these folks. With the exception of, you do find one triangular coin. It's unlike the currency that you'd find in Burikrin. Burikrin pieces, generally circular. This is triangular and jade in color. Very unusual. Actually, make a history check for me, see if you know what this might be.
That's not great. 4.
Yeah, you got no idea where this is from.
It's just
It's kind of faded.
Whiplash.
There was some embossed kind of markings on there, but they seem to have faded a bit through time and possibly friction. But yeah, you have one jade triangular. It seems like it's a coin.
cue generic pick up an inventory into pocket that doesn't exist animation.
Well, you were just doing the kind of
With no
Cole
finger
Phelps
articulation, just
twisting
going.
the coin and doesn't make any sense. You're doing that anyway. Yeah, so you got that. Put that away.
Okay, and then I'll walk it back into the inn. I'll walk up to the innkeeper. And just say.
Hello, welcome to the Trickle Inn. Can I be? Oh, I've already seen you. Not so long ago. Is everything all right?
Very true. Yeah, I was wondering about those 3, warrior people that came in earlier. They had the woman wore like a chest plate, and they just seemed really interesting. I'm kind of not doing anything right now.
Oh, do you mean
So
the
just want to
adventurers?
see if they're were they
Yeah.
adventurers, or what can you tell me about them?
I believe they were adventurers, sure. They certainly, didn't look like regulars. The weapons.
So you
and
haven't seen
such.
them before?
No, they're new here.
Do you know where they came from?
No, I don't know that. But what I do know is that they were asking about some other adventurers. Your friends, they were asking about them.
What did they want to know?
Said they were looking to find them. Said they had something important.
And they didn't say anything more.
No, they didn't say anything more, but one of them looked like maybe, and he kind of leans over the bar. He's quite a large lad, but it's his pot belly really gets in the way of the bar a lot of the time for Slander, so he kind of has to awkwardly kind of lean over himself over onto the bar, and then decides to go to one side because it's easier. So he looks a lot more casual as he leans over to you, but in a kind of hushed up voice. I think one of them came from Kulas, the pirate city.
Okay. Wow.
Just the eye patch. That's kind of more common there. And there's a manner about him that's just seems a little not above board. So yeah.
Fair enough.
They seem particularly interested in one called Seth.
All right. Well, if they come back, if you could privately let me know,
Oh, I
because I
don't
may
think
be
they'll
able
be back.
to.
I think I pointed them into the direction that your friends were headed, so they're headed that way, as far as I know.
All right then. Well, thanks. I just turn around
Nice
and go.
knowing you, Slander. You are not long for this world.
You're welcome. Yes, I hope you liked the cheese.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna turn around if the Dragonborn's still there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at him, and then I'm gonna turn to the barkeep and say, "Get me one half pint of ale, please, and just whatever that costs.
Oh, sure. So that's a copper piece, please.
Have it. I kind of flick it
Thank
over.
you. Just
I
kind of
grab it.
pause picture.
Yeah. Yeah. I grab it and then I walk up to the hooded dragonborn, sit down. If there's a way to sit down across from him, I'm hoping.
Yeah. There's a couple of stools, so yeah, you're fine.
And then I'll speak to him in, was it Draconic?
Draconic,
or,
sure.
Yeah.
Sure, what you saying?
I'd be like, oh yeah, hey, traveled far.
She responds, no.
Oh, she. It's a she.
Yeah, sorry. Now that you've sat down with her, you can get a better look because
Yeah.
the cloak, the robe hid most of their features.
Yeah.
Still, like most Dragonborn, tall, broad. So yeah, easily mistakable until you sat down and regarded her features and saw slightly more, feminine for a Dragonborn features on her as well. No, I've been in the temple for some time.
What brings you to the temple?
And no, I think you misunderstand. I have been here for a while. I knew some of your friends. You know, went to the meeting not so long ago at the mill. Yes. One of them I was on a prison wagon with some time ago as well.
Why can't I remember any of this?
No, it's okay. It's fine. I don't think you were actually there, so that's probably part of it, Marta, to be fair.
Yeah, I was like, I have absolutely no memory of this happening.
Yeah, jogs your memory, her saying this. You don't know this Dragonborn's name, but you recognise that, she's somebody that your party have come across before. So they're not seen very much in town. Like I say, they're probably in the temple most of the time. But yeah.
Without metagaming, what actually happened? Recap, please.
So most of the party attended a meeting with the Moonrunners, the smugglers, who have quite a presence in the town. They attended a meeting at the mill and basically told them what they learned about the.
That was with the lady that was the cat.
Yeah, the lady that was a cat. She's a member. Yeah.
Okay, but was Naeris present?
I don't think Naeris was present for that meeting. To be fair,
Naeris was not. Naeris was not at that meeting.
Yeah, not so. Yeah. It's kind of news to you, but you may have been aware that's what they were doing, but you certainly didn't attend the meeting.
Yeah.
Were you interested in those folks that came in today?
I actually was. Well spotted. They seem to show some interest in me.
Information is part of my trade, so I can see they were not from round here. I think they seem to have traveled far, for sure.
They showed a little bit too much interest in things that still concern me, so...
Well, I was just glad they weren't looking for me. Apparently there is a wanted poster for me as well.
Aren't we popular?
Unpopular,
may I ask
would
why?
say. You may ask, but I may not answer.
I press, but I don't actually care enough to know. So, thank you for the information on those characters. Is there anything else you can tell me? For example, why they're looking for my companions?
Tell me, have any
in the loosest of terms right now.
Have any of your friends been to Kalas, perhaps?
Have they?
You don't know. It hasn't been discussed.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
Well, maybe you should have a word with them. Seems that somebody is looking for them, and maybe not for the best of reasons. I wouldn't know for sure. But I know at least one of the friends that you hang out with is being sought by particular people for an amount of money.
Why doesn't that surprise me? Okay, Do you know these three in particular? Do you know what their
Haven't seen them before in my
particular
life, I'm
abilities?
afraid.
Are they particularly skilled in anything, or particularly famous?
From what I saw, no, they do not seem like notable heroic types. Then they are not people who has had songs sung about them. No, they seem more like the kind that the unsavory types you would find when you had a few too much to drink and you came out of an inn in an unknown town. They seem like the kind that would mug you, I would say.
Yeah, that's the feeling I got too. Well, thank you very much for your time, and hopefully you remain incognito on your travels.
Oh, I will keep an eye, of course, and to you on your travels, of course.
She turns around and
Go ahead,
leaves.
Go ahead. Turn around and leave. And you notice as you get up that the barmaid, he recognizes Slander's wife, Henlath, who was kind of eavesdropping on the last bit of the conversation. Like, looked like she was going to go past with a tray of drinks, and she just kind of
Does
stopped.
she understand Draconic?
She looks confused, so you would draw your conclusion probably not, but certainly seemed interested, maybe more sort of curious than anything else as to what you guys were speaking.
Well, if I catch that, I'm gonna look at her, and with my famously fiery gaze, can I do an intimidation check?
If you would like, sure.
Angry squint at her,
Yeah.
like, don't even think about it, bitch.
Don't even think about
Sorry, not safe for younger audiences. 19. That is with my intimidation.
Pretty
yes.
good.
That is 25.
25. Well, the swingometer has certainly gone in your favor there.
Alright.
So she quakes in her boots a little bit, kind of grabs her slight pot that she has her belly in a kind of protective stance, kind of instinctually moves to one side.
Mhm.
I couldn't believe an elf like myself would speak that language. That's interesting. That's all. I'll be going now. Have a good day. And she just kind of pushes past you.
Yeah. And I don't say a word. I just walk out and walk back to the
Sure.
workshop.
Back to the workshop. Yeah, what you doing now? Got back to the workshop. He's.
I
Brennan
just
finishing
walk into
for
the workshop and just be like, done, finished fletching, and just talk. Basically, get there for more practice and kind of brood on what to do next.
Okay, sure.
Or are we changing scene, or do you need me to do something?
No, we've got. We'll change scene, sure, because we can skip ahead to about sort of 9 o'clock. You get a message from Malar through the sending spell. Basically, he DK, how much can you remember of that sending spell? Give us in broad strokes what you said there.
Fuck all.
But he basically updated you right on the day.
Naeris sits there very confused. Who just said "fuck all"?
There's a lot of that in there. And Miss Nurse, we were just anyway. He basically tells you. I won't, because DK's here anyway. Yeah, I don't want to feel the wrath. Basically, he tells you that they've been attacked by manticores. They've overcome them. They are heading towards the mountains. He basically tells you everything that's happened that day, heading towards the mountains, and hopes you're well and safe.
Well, I'm going to tell. I can reply, right?
You can reply, sure. I gave a reply last time, but I'm happy for you to say what you would say, and then we'll use that as canon going forward.
Okay.
25 words.
25
words
maximum.
or fewer.
Seth has hit squad. Hit squad's one word.
It's really not.
In this thing, yeah. After him, 3 people. What else?
counting.
What else am I saying?
One. Okay.
So I've got.
There's not
So
much
I
else
wanted
to
to
say,
warn them
really,
about
other than
that.
you're
Yeah,
going-
exactly.
You do
So
say you're going to the temple. Is one thing you do say.
okay. Going to the temple.
It can be under 25
say-
words as well.
Yeah, no, it's like. Tell me if you need help, or tell me if need help. Whatever fits.
Boom.
Does
All
that
right.
fit? Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. All right. And yeah, you're kind of heading towards the temple. And when you as you're on your way there, even with your passive perception, you hear a shout come out from in that direction from the temple itself. What did you want to do?
Well, first I wanted to confirm that I'm wearing my smoky outfit now.
Yep, you had enough
very
time to
important.
change. Sure, yeah, you're getting a smoky outfit for the evening. Fair
I
enough.
need to be. So if I hear the scream, and this would be an alarm scream, or do it just generic?
It sounds of alarm. Yes, it sounds of alarm.
Well, then I'm going to sprint right up there as fast as possible.
So you sprint up the steps.
But looking really cool, like not even like
wispy
breathy.
smoke
It's more
coming
just
off you.
like I have arrived.
Yeah, and then obviously just the embers
And
of
the
this
smoke
smoke coming off of your dress. Yes, as you stop, it suddenly becomes thicker in your immediate vicinity. The scream stops. And the scream itself, it sounded female. And you can now hear a voice that you would recognize as Ventrix II, because you've come across him a couple of times, the Dragonborn priest, sounding a little bit apologetic, but sounding like he's leaving an answer phone message.
So I go check that out. What is he saying?
Sure, make a perception check, because the doors are closed, so you'd have to, open them up and see how much you can.
11.
11. So you can open the door and you catch the end of it. And he just says, one of the werewolves escaped.
He what?
However, what you see in the temple.
I thought I was saying that as Naeris going through the door. Yeah.
Oh, what? And then
As he what?
And he kind of turns to you. Hi. I thought you were with. I'm sorry.
No. What happened? Who escaped? What is going on? I had one job.
And then from behind Ventrix, who's kind of in his elevated position in the center of the altar, the raised altar in the center of the temple, from a lower step, kind of Brian Obadiah, the rather large deacon, kind of appears behind the human deacon with his little ponytail, kind of looks over to you. He's normally a very jovial, happy chap. He's really not at this point. His face is very sullen and apologetic, and he looks like he's shed a few tears. And he goes, "I'm so sorry. He was going to escape, and we had to do something."
What did you do?
So you now, as you kind of approach, you can see quivering in the corner is Greta Grouse, one of the lycanthropic charges, in her green dress, which is now looking rather dirty. She again looks kind of like tears have crossed her face, and just seems to be shivering like from fear. As you get closer to the other two in the center, you can see at the bottom of the steps is a prone form in sort of a naval officer's uniform, like the kind of military style jacket and hat. that's now strewn across the floor, which you recognize as the other lycanthropic charge, Captain Mandeville.
I'm gonna go down to the corpse and I want to investigate it to see if I can determine how he died.
Sure.
If that's okay.
Yeah, go for it. This one, this will be a survival check. Kind of the opposite of survival, but you know.
You could say that. That is 19.
19. It appears, with a 19, that's pretty good. So I'll say, as well as appearing to have died from, it seems to be some kind of arcanic blast. You can kind of see his form doesn't seem to be seared. His skin is burnt, but his clothes are intact.
Is he still in entirely human form?
He is in human form now, yes. But what you determine from with a 19 is that perhaps he was in werewolf form when he was attacked and slain, and then he's reverted back upon possibly dying.
And is this a full moon?
It's not a full moon, no.
Okay. I'd turn around and say, like, how... Somebody tell me what the hell happened and why the hell he turned when it's not a full moon. What have you been doing with them?
We don't know that much about the werewolves, but this one, he was about to attack the priest, Sir Ventrix. I had to do something. Yeah, I have been giving my prayers to these two in the hopes that we can keep back the transformation, but your friend said that it doesn't always happen on a full moon, otherwise that would be a once in a 28-day problem. That's why they've been staying here this time. Wasn't expecting them to turn, but it happened. I'm only alive because of my deacon here.
There's like furrows her brow and just like, and looks at the other lycanthropic charge.
Yeah, I guess that's the elf. Yeah.
Yeah. What? Are they saying the truth?
Oh yeah. I saw this. I saw the whole thing. The werewolves is about this attack the priest, and there was nothing that I could do, so I screamed for help, and here you are.
Did Captain Mandeville say anything before he turned? What happened before all this went down?
Yeah, to Greta, is that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh dear.
We were just turning in for the evening. We have been here for a few days now, and things went a little south. He started getting the itch, and the fur started to appear, and before we know it, here we are.
Nothing that was unusual earlier in the day.
Not as we noticed, no. We have been in here all day, so...
Right. Well, one down, one to go.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah. Like it's part of a threat to the room. I think it's better if I hang out here a little more, as I trust now that you've got one guest less, you have room for little old me.
You want to stay here?
Yes. Just for a few nights, just to see if this decides to happen again suddenly.
You are...
Call it a sleepover.
She looks a little bit uncomfortable, but then kind of considers things, you know. I mean, she's just witnessed.
If nothing
the other
else,
one get killed,
it's extra protection for you.
Sure. You are welcome, of course. We don't have much to offer here in comfort.
Don't need much.
Oh, okay. Fine. Well,
I'm
well,
low maintenance. Don't worry about me. I'm just want to keep an eye on things.
sure. Well, you can take the corner over there with Gregor. That's fine. Sure.
Thank you. I'll just go grab a few things and I'll be right back.
All right. So you're gonna grab your stuff from the
From home, yeah.
From
Grab my
home.
stuff, all my effects, and some more arrows to Fletch.
Okay. And you're just gonna spend the night there, right?
Yep.
Cool. So you're going to spend the evening there. Meanwhile, let's flit on back over to the rest of the party, shall we, and see what they're doing. Okay. So, as to the rest of you, so this is a couple of days beyond what's been happening with Naeris. So we're back in the present now, back up to speed. You guys have been trudging through the rain across the foothills. It's been slow going because of like the mud. It's almost made it, it's almost made a quagmire essentially across the hillside in the valleys and so on. When you get to within sight of the road, it's maybe I think half a mile from your current position. The rain has started to clear, and you can see on the road is a caravan, very conspicuous-looking caravan right next to the road, just as was described to you. Can you all make perception checks, please?
We last session, Jack, we did. I happened to make a note that Brucon and Malar had rolled perception checks.
Oh, forgive me. Sorry.
Spotted the wagon.
Yes, you guys did. You did, didn't you? You did. Apologies. So you two had spotted the wagon. Some details from here as well. You've spotted there are various small cages hanging off of the caravan, as well as other sort of satchels and so on. So what did you guys want to do, having looked at the lay of the land?
Malar. Oh, go on.
No, go on, DK. You go.
I was just going to say, Malar is a little weary after the combat with the manticores and the bird people, and sort of suggests that maybe whoever is in this wagon is of a mind to offer them assistance, or possibly it'd just be nice to sit down with some newcomers.
Okay. Sounds good. What about the rest of you? Any thoughts?
Brucon sort of goes, I don't know about you guys, but this weather is dreadful. Should we go and see if we can have a quick rest? I could do with a quick meditation, to be honest with you. Should we go and see what's up?
Oh, Mr. Brucon, I agree wholeheartedly.
I like the rain, but okay.
Well, you can stay outside in it if you like. This is absolutely fine.
No, if you're going inside, I will too.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's in keeping. All right. So when you say inside, you mean like
Is this a covered wagon or not? I think we're
no.
assuming it's a covered wagon.
you? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Assuming that, because I didn't tell you otherwise. But when you get closer to it, you can see that there isn't a top to it as such. It's an open.
More cart than wagon, really.
More of a cart than a caravan, but a large cart, sure.
Yeah.
Certainly not cover for all of you. There's like a little kind of arch at sort of one end, but you could maybe cover one person under there.
Well, to be fair, I got a D in meditation in hostile environments. That was not one of my better classes at the monastery, so I probably ought to get some practice in. So that's fine by me. Anyway, shall we? Let's go. Leobrin, I seem to remember that there was something about this wagon that there was some item or something associated with it that was of interest to you. Should we go take a look?
Yes, please. It doesn't look like much shelter, but we're already getting wet, so we might as well search it.
Yep. Yeah, let's mosey on over.
Mosey on over. So
I suppose we could hide underneath it for weather protection. Who's what? Sorry?
Who's having a search of the wagon?
Leobrin.
Sure. Okay.
Oh wait, no. Investigation's okay. I was like, perception, not good.
No, investigation, please. Yes.
Okay. Just checking I know what I'm actually looking for. A pearl. Okay, good. Something very small. Just what we need.
Just what you need. Yeah.
12.
A 12. Marvelous. So all of you notice when you're approaching the wagon these several small cages that are hanging around it, strewn around the sides of this cart. And Leobrin, as you get closer, you can see that many of them you thought perhaps birds being caged, but as you get closer, they're not very small for birds. And you can hear as you're rummaging around the cart looking for this pearl, you can hear speech which you recognise is Sylvan, very high-pitched voices.
Set us free, please, please.
Hello,
It's going to take us away,
birds.
please.
I don't think I cast the
As you
talk to bird spell.
As you kind of look up, like, what is this? You can see they are sprites. They are little fairies inside the cages.
Oh. Hello. Have you seen a pearl?
Hello, please, let us out, please. He's asking for the pearl. The pearl? What pearl? The pearl the witch carries. Oh, the pearl,
It's
yes.
a labyrinth.
You no, you do what? Remind me of the babe? No.
Pearl, yeah, the pearl. It's she has a small chest under the seat.
Oh, thank you very
Please,
much.
get the keys. Set us free.
Are they also in the chest? Or
Yes,
do I need the keys for
they're
the
in
chest?
The keys. Get the keys. They're in the chest.
Oh, lovely. See you in a bit.
They're little pixies. Sitting there. So they've got adorable little pointed shoes. Obviously, they kind of golden greeny wings. Fairly like hard to see the wings a lot of the time, especially when they're flapping because they're just the translucent, style to them, and all wearing these little fetching kind of pointed green hats.
Nice.
All very twee.
Classic.
Classic. So anyway, with your 12, you can head on over. You've been told where the chest is, so you can open the chest. There's no pearl there, but the keys are there.
I mean, tip the whole chest over, empty it out, see if there's doesn't rattle with a secret compartment or anything.
When you turn it over, yes, a false bit of wood falls out, along with 3 health potions, one of which smashes on the ground.
Who makes these health potions so fragile?
The rest you hear is this clatter of items, and see Leobrin forcibly removing a chest and tipping out the contents.
I'd imagine the floor would be soft if it's all muddy.
Yeah, it's the wood. It's the wood, the false bottom that fell out. It's then smashed onto that and caused the smash.
Okay. Well, we've got these health potions, one and all. Doesn't appear to be a pearl. Interesting. Excuse me, Sprite Enclave.
Please,
No pearl.
please, no. We are pixies from the Feywild.
Okay.
She trapped us. She took us away. She wants our magic.
Well,
Please let us out.
good, but I also need the pearl, which you probably have seen.
The pearl. Where is the pearl? Perhaps she hid it with magic. She could have done that. Yes. Magic. She may have hidden it.
Lovely stuff. Okay, I can do with that. Leobrin, detect magics.
Ooh, And with that, you can see there is a second hidden compartment underneath the wagon, where you can see the pearl. It's picked out the outline of the pearl, small, spherical. It's got to be the pearl. It's coming from that hidden compartment underneath the wagon.
Good. Yep. That involves kneeling in the mud. Good times. Leobrin looks around if there's any like easily tear-offable tree branches to make a pseudo carpet.
Well, with the 12, actually, you would have seen just inside the open cart there are a few patchwork blankets. They're a bit sodden with the rain, but you know.
Yeah, it's better than mud.
Presumably the rest of us are stood like a few feet away, just kind of like watching this and having idle chit chat.
Unless you'd like to grab anything from the car.
Well, so when Brucon sees, Brucon looks out the corner of his eye and spots Leobrin doing the kind of like, oh, son of a bitch, I've got it, and then starts looking around and sort of calls out and goes, everything all right, Leobrin? Do you need a hand? I mean, I'm not good with magical stuff, but I'm more than happy to assist in some non-magical way.
Yes, these small folk are just telling me where the pearl is, or almost telling me where the pearl is. But I found it. I just need to, and he'll start rolling out the carpet under the. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking of sort of Brucon's carjack services.
Yeah. I mean, if Brucon comes over and does that, Leobrin will be pleased and impressed.
Okay.
There are small folk? Where?
In the cages. Very small folk.
Oh, you would have. I guess you would have noticed
not like me.
Leobrin speaking a language that I don't think any of you speak, Sylvan. So you would have noticed that interaction as well a bit.
No, I just thought you meant small like me.
No. You're perfectly normal size.
Thank you.
Okay, so Brucon will go over and do the old, the muscle-powered carjack.
Sure. Make an athletics
Malar...
check, Brucon. Sorry, go ahead.
Can Malar walk over and whilst like Brucon is really trying to get in and get under that?
You haven't seen my roll yet, bro.
Can Malar walk over and just help him by just lifting
Right.
one?
Well, fuck you. Natural 20. No, it wasn't. It was 12.
I'll say, Malar, you can roll an athletics check as well, rather than helping him, because I think that you're.
Oh, this is going to end with Malar lifting.
This could make it. You're probably going to be better suited to this.
This is going to end with Malar lifting like the entire cart, and Brucon suddenly finds himself dangling from it, isn't it? Oh, the humiliation.
Excellent.
It's going to be at least 90.
Okay, well that's enough with the 90. So Brucon, you're like, they're like, watch this, and then. You know, like, have you ever tried lifting an actual car and you think, it'd be fine, I can just lift the back a little bit? No, don't do that. Stupid.
No.
And you like look.
My answer to your question is no.
He's straining,
anyway, I get you.
Straining, red in the face, looks like he's about to have an egg appear out of his backside. When Malar then kind of with one hand just pulls up the cart, and Brucon, you can hold on if you'd like, or you can release your grip, recognizing Malar's got this.
I think Brucon's going to double down.
Just keep holding on to it.
Fortunately, kind of like legs pumping in the air, going, I've nearly got this.
Now, to be fair, Malar's not going to be able to lift it high enough for you to be off the ground. You know, he's not going to lift it 4 feet in the air. So it's high enough that Brucon, you can pretend that you were part of this. You know,
Sold.
Still holding
the man
on.
in the blue t-shirts.
You're like the guy. You're like the guy who helps moving the sofa, who isn't really holding the sofa.
Pivot.
Yeah, that's.
Pivot.
See, I was imagining it was like one of them on either end, so now the cart is like lifted up like that.
A seesaw.
Yeah. So Brucon comes in. Malar comes in.
Amazing. That's better than what I had envisaged. Good job. But alas, they're at the same side. But yeah, you got this. So it's now clear path for you, Leobrin, to get to that compartment.
Leobrin shuffles under and has a poke at the compartment to see how to open this. Oh, does it just pop open?
Well, you can examine it, sure.
Yeah.
Looks like it requires a key.
Oh,
hole.
well, I have some keys.
Exactly.
Try a keys.
After trying a few of the keys, the
Goodness,
fourth
how
or
many
fifth actually
blocks does
works.
she need?
This is a bunch of keys. There's like 13 keys here. Yeah, and one of them, fortunately, does open the chest, and you retrieve a small kind of black velvet cushion, upon which lies this pearl. With your detect magic, you recognize this instantaneously as a magical pearl. Not a school necessarily coming to mind with this one. No particular aura from it, but it's certainly a magical item. That's for sure.
Pearl get. Lovely stuff. I'll work out how to use this shortly. And the Oberon will pocket it, get out from under the cart, go, thank you, gentlemen both. You can put it down if you want. It still has a bunch of sprites attached.
What's happening with them as the cart went up?
Oh, because they're obviously were a little bit distressed, still
Dingle
flapping
dangle,
around.
dingle dangle.
No, set us free! Set us free! No, don't throw it away!
Now, does anyone have any pitch as to why we shouldn't set these small folk free?
She might eat us. Yes, no, she wanted our magic. That's even worse. They'll still kill us for it. No! Don't let her have
Anybody?
it. Please, good sir, set us free.
No? Okay,
Please.
cool. No one has an argument for or against it. Let's try some keys. The Oberon, has big ringing keys. Give it a go.
All right. So yeah, over the next sort of, I'd say 10 minutes or so, go around trying the various keys, and yes, each key goes for a unique cage. There are 12 cages, so those 12 keys each correspond to one of those. So over that 10 minutes, you work out, kind of try them out, and start. Are you opening them and setting them free, playing them out?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you set free a dozen pixies. And they kind of swarm around you. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, thank you. Like trying to push it to get in your eye line. They're competing to get in your eye line. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, thank you, noble sir. Oh, I want that ruff. It's lovely. Oh, we should get one. Yes, we could go with our hats. Yes, we could get those ruff. Yes, we'll go back to the Feywild and we'll make ruffs. It will be fantastic. Yes, our lady will appreciate it. Yes.
Lovely. Which particular lady is this?
Oh, Lady Hedera crowned green.
Wonderful stuff. Yep. Yeah, you can probably tell her about me. You can say that that Leopold and Ilari saved you all.
Oh, Leopold and Ilari, we shall sing songs of your work. Thank you for saving us from the witch. Yes, we'll have ruffs in your honor.
Wonderful. Oh, good. No chance any of you know how to fix broken magic? Just,
No.
shooting
no.
for the moon here.
Well,
No,
we are
no,
magical
thought not.
beings, but to fix some
Good.
magic, no.
Good,
maybe,
good. Okay.
maybe the lady would know. We could ask the lady.
Maybe
Lady
not.
Hedera.
Maybe not ask her that one. Just say how great I am. That bit's good. I'll figure out the rest on my own. I think this pearl has something to do with it.
Leobrin Ilari of the broken magic. Yes, thank you for saving us.
Wonderful. Good. Well, have a lovely day, and I think I should probably get out of here.
Yes, the witch will be angry you set us free. Good luck. We better go.
And they start flying off. Not in the direction you guys were heading towards the mountains. They seem to be heading down, sort of parallel to the roads, which not far from you, heading in a kind of southwesterly direction.
Malar, upon hearing that statement, declaration,
I mean, it was in
turns
Sylvan,
to-
so
That was all. Yeah.
Oh,
all in
was
Sylvan.
it? Oh, then.
Chatting
he
in
doesn't-
Sylvan.
I'm so sorry,
No, don't
DK.
worry.
Not trying to block you
Oh.
there.
No, that is fine. That is all good. Ignorance is.
I mean, yeah, you can get some body language, I suppose, but yeah, specifics, no.
It's fine.
Right. I royal we, may have angered the cart's owner, so maybe not camp out here.
Oh, does this mean you know who the cart's owner is, Mr. Leobrin, or where
Yes,
they
you remember
may be
the
now?
evil, the neutral witch lady that we dealt with last night?
Yeah, yeah.
Last night.
Yes.
She sent me here to pick up this thing. She owns this cart. I have freed her prisoners.
Well, if the cart's not here, then she won't know what's happened to the prisoners.
Ooh.
Not so.
How do we hide the cart trail? The ground is muddy.
Branches dangling behind it.
I'll go for that. That sounds great.
Oh, wait, Mr. Leobrin, can't you disrupt the trail?
Ooh. That will take a little bit of extra time, but yes, I can do that. I can do that.
Or make plants grow or something.
I mean, the option one is probably less noticeable than making the road disappear.
Did someone say a witch?
Oh, why? Why is he still here?
Hello, friend.
Nibbles jumps out of he jumps out of Leobrin's backpack.
Oh, yeah, that's a question. Is he with Naeris?
Apparently not.
Last time I checked.
Teleporting rat.
Yeah, last time you checked, he was with you. Sure, he's a rat.
He's a rat, and B, we pay such little attention to what is going on with Nibbles that it seems to be totally plausible. That
Evil mastermind for everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
the big bad of the campaign was Nibbles all along. So appearing out of Leobrin's backpack, Brina, for your benefit, is a rat. But this rat seem to have heard its voice, although you can't see its rodent lips move, if it has lips. But anyway, can't see its mouth move. And actually, yeah, I suppose Brina, you would immediately get the sense of something magical about this creature. As it climbs out, and he goes, "Hello," and looks straight at you because you're the nearest to the ground.
Yeah, and I'll immediately get closer and go, "What are you? You're cute."
Fake dice. Brina falls in love with Nibbles now.
Yes.
You can keep him.
Oh, speaking of which, Brina, can you make that charisma check, please? Or a charisma? No, it's a saving throw. Charisma saving throw.
Wasn't that at the end of a long rest? Is that what you said?
It happens at a end of the long rest and at specific times that I.
Remember.
Oh.
It happens when it would be funny if something else happened.
Take those
It
extra
happens
saves.
significant times.
11.
11
Oh,
times
man.
not enough, unfortunately, to get rid of your love for Brutal,
fallen.
unfortunately.
Could have fallen in love with
Haven't
Nibbles
fallen in love
instead.
with the rat, no. I mean, you have in a sense, but I think that's your choice. Like, that's not being forced upon you by fate. So yeah,
Do
looking
you
up
want
at
to
you.
keep the rat?
Yeah, I'm touching its face. Like, what are you? Tell me.
I am a very intelligent
it.
rat, and one day I will
No.
be somebody's familiar.
Mine?
He's
What?
not an intelligent rat. He's a talkative
Wait.
rat.
That's okay. I'm talkative too.
I thought I was promised to one of these guys to be their familiar.
I'm all fun. Sorry, guys.
What?
It's extremely
I'm not
fine,
joking.
honestly.
It's the rat.
That is totally fine.
He kind of sniffs around you. Oh, it's not a very good roll, but
What's your name? You're not from the surface.
No, I'm not. My name is Sparkle. Oh, no, my name is Brina.
Okay, Sparkle no Brina.
Just Brina.
I am Nibbles the rat.
Hi,
I'm
Nibbles.
a very, very intelligent rat. And so intelligent, I
tell.
have been reading and I deciphered a book that this one here had in his bag.
He has a book in his bag that you read?
Yes, it was coded and I decoded it. It seems,
whoa. This was bound to happen, Jack.
Backfired on you.
it seems that there was, whoever owned the book was an alchemist, like my master before was, and he got turned into a monster when he came across a witch. A similar witch, by the sounds of it, to what you're saying now.
Leo?
Yeah, yes?
I'm so tempted
Talking
to
about a
randomly
book
shoot
in your
Nibbles.
bag.
I don't know how he even got in there. Well, this one, I guess. The one in code.
That's the one.
The
What's that
Vanderhop's
one?
book, isn't it?
Vanderhob one, yeah.
It's the Ferglodon, yes.
And the owner was an alchemist?
He was once, yes.
Like my mom.
Was your mum an alchemist, huh? Huh, that's interesting. I know a lot about alchemy. Maybe I will team up with you.
You're welcome to. I think you're cute.
Oh.
And he, yeah, decisive. And he even his rodent features are not the easiest to read, but he seems to be pleased, and he kind of runs up and kind of nuzzles into your foot a little bit.
Can I cast Detect
I'd
Thought?
pick him up, and I'll just hold him right here.
Put me on the
Hi.
soda. Put me on the
What?
soda, and then I can see everything.
Okay.
Can I cast Detect Thoughts to hear what Nibble's thinking?
Sure, you can. It's was it a wisdom save?
I'm not probing.
Oh, you're
yet.
not probing.
I want
Sorry, you're
to-
just surface thoughts. Sure.
Yeah.
You hear-
I
Definitely
wanted
within.
surface thoughts for when he was talking about the book and alchemist.
Okay.
What was he thinking?
What was he thinking?
And this is definitely within detect magic, so I'll spot Seth using magic again. Noted.
Yes, you will.
Son of a crap!
All right. Okay, Seth. So you hear Nibble's thoughts. You hear, one day these fools' world domination will be mine. No.
Oh, damn it! Oh, I was hoping you were going to come into that.
I wasn't going to follow through with that. No.
Oh.
Please give us a reason to kill this character. No. No, you see, here is surface thoughts. He's like, I won't do the voice for his thoughts, but you hear that he's like, I'll show them. I'm really clever, and they have completely underestimated me. Look, I decoded this book, but and you can hear, this witch though, that's worrying. Yeah, she'll probably be back soon. Maybe I could side with this one. She seems nice, and she actually likes me.
No.
I want to shoot him more.
You clearly have been treating him like shit.
I mean, he's a rat.
Yes.
That's fair.
Been ignoring
He spent an hour to look through a 15-foot tunnel. He's not used.
That's
true,
not
he
the
didn't do
only
very well
reason
that
to
time.
like someone, Seth.
For Seth, yes, it is. The only reason to like people is if they're useful.
I'm gonna shoot the rat.
Okay, so he's on my shoulder now. And,
He's on your shoulder, like standing on his hind legs. Look around a little bit.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, we can talk about alchemy as we travel.
Well, do you need a familiar?
Sure.
Can I probe that familiar one?
Okay.
Going deep. Going deep.
so
Nibbles
deep.
will know you're pressing into his mind.
All right.
Uh,
What's the save? Sorry, wisdom save.
Does he have an intelligence of 3 or lower?
No. He's
Okay,
a
he can
very
be
intelligent
affected.
rat.
I was truly hoping he was too dumb for his thoughts. Yes,
rolls.
I think wisdom saving throw.
Well, I rolled a natural 1, so yes. So yeah,
Cool.
you probe. Boom.
I
straight in
want
there.
to know why he wants to be a familiar. Why he's asking that question, Trad.
All right. So you gather from probing deeply into his psyche that this rat was subject to some horrible experiments early in his life, but it granted him this very heightened awareness and intelligence. And so he seems to have been rejected by the rest of rat kind because he doesn't fit in with them, because he's not one of them. And so he's almost overcompensating by wanting to ally himself with a powerful spellcaster who would then take them on as a familiar. He wants to...
Aww.
He's seeking a better life for himself. He's Fievel Mousekewitz, but in rat form.
I don't know what you're talking about. I definitely didn't react way over the top to that reference. I have no idea.
American Tail! Yes! What a
Very
film.
good.
Great film. Love it. And the sequel.
Well, sir, feel empathy for this rat.
I want to kill him less.
I demand you feel feelings.
He does seem to covet, a powerful ally for sure, which I guess is something you can empathise with, Seth.
I want to kill him a little less.
Urge to kill, sinking.
Just his Terminator vision goes to Nibbles, friend.
No.
Too
Let's
far.
not go that far.
All right, sorry. Whoa, sorry.
I'm still going to kill you. I'm just going to do it a lot quicker than I would have done.
Yeah. So
Fleeting had to work 50 sessions to get friend rank. The rat doesn't get it from one spell.
that seems fair.
I mean, it took you like a whole year to get him to admit that he likes fleeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the way Fleeting would say it, sure.
Yeah, although in like campaign terms, maybe like what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, a few weeks, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Which is a reasonable amount of time, to be fair.
Yeah, speaking of Fleeting look, I mean, he's seeing Seth kind of straining, squinting, like really looking at this. He doesn't know the spell's being cast, but he knows that Seth is concentrating on Nibbles. Just like, his eyes are narrowing, and so Fleeting kind of puts an arm around you, Seth, just in that moment, but not in a reassuring way. He seems to be kind of tugging you towards him a little bit, in almost a kind of ownership, protective way. Like, hey. Jealous girlfriend here. Come on. Or boyfriend, actually.
I don't care enough to fight back anymore.
True friend.
Lovely. All right.
If only
down.
Dan was here to see.
If only. Next time. Come back soon, Dan, please. So, that exchange out of the way. What you guys do? You guys wanted to rest, didn't you? Have a little...
I want to inquire with Nibbles about the rest of the book.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Nibbles, the book that you have apparently been translating in my backpack without my notice, quite impressive. Can you tell us what's in it?
Scratch his ear.
Yeah, as I said, it was written by an alchemist. I think he was the one that then became the troglodyte.
I have no idea what those last few words were. It went too high pitched for me.
Became the
No.
troglodyte.
There's something troglodyte.
Shall I do something? We'll cut the accent for clarity.
That's all we've wanted, Jack. Cut the accent. That's all we've wanted since
In
he was
person, it was a lot
introduced,
easier.
buddy.
It's fine. So he says that it belongs to an alchemist who believes was the Banderhob. He was once an alchemist. It goes on to say that he
Freaky
did a
Friday
deal,
that.
he did a deal with who he believes is a witch.
Okay,
And it seems
alchemist
the witch
did a deal with the
betrayed
witch.
him and turned him into the monster.
Okay. So the only new information was an alchemist.
Yes.
And the witch, the
and
witch
confirming
connection.
the witch connection, yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to remember from which was mentioned beforehand. Maybe not.
I think we knew
I
that
think it
she
just
turned
said
him
it
into a
was
Banderhop,
cursed,
that he
that's
was
all
a
you
human.
got.
We knew
Yeah.
the Banderhop was an elf.
There was we
something
knew
there, yeah.
there was like someone got cursed, slowly turning into the text slowly devolved into madness
Exactly.
and hunger,
Yeah.
and so the assumption was the person had turned into the monster.
Exactly, yes.
And
But it
so
seems
the
that a
next
witch was
time
involved. Which
Might
is,
shoot a random old lady that comes into the party.
Mhm.
Pile on.
Right. So next character will be a random old lady. Noted. That's I've planned my character. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, look at this! Look at the stress on James's face now.
Brucon turns around and goes, right, so are we going to move this cart, take the cart, have a rest, move on? What are we thinking?
I am conflicted in that the witch that we dealt with was putting me on the track to get my magic back. However, does appear to be somewhat grey, morality speaking, at least.
Brucon turns and looks directly at Seth. And then back to the Oberyn and goes, yes, carry on.
So I don't know. I mean, I've already annoyed her with. I'm assuming annoyed her with releasing her food. But I don't know whether we want to annoy her more by also stealing her cart.
I mean, one of our party shot her in the leg. I think I think the ship may have sailed on not annoying her.
Well, I mean, she also gave me the information post leg shot.
That's very true.
Didn't
Are we
she,
not
like,
in a rush?
imply there's a test or something? Like, it wouldn't be as easy as just grabbing the pearl?
Yes.
Yes.
But I am assuming I need the pearl for that. I have the pearl. I don't know whether the test needs a cart. She did not mention a cart.
Oh, those pixies were the test.
Perhaps?
Aren't we in a rush to go save a lot of people?
Yes, it is raining a lot. So we're probably going to move slowly either way.
Well, we've got the pearl. Is there
Got
anything
the pearl.
else we need to get?
Well, do we want the cart? Or
So jumping out of character a bit, the logic here was with a cart, because we've got the capybara and Reginald P. Horsey Esquire.
yes.
We could hitch the cart to the steeds, and some of us at least could potentially have short rests in the back while making forward progress. That's the. I'm assuming this cart is on wheels.
Yeah. Yeah, it's freestanding on. It's got two wheels at the back and it's just wooden
traces at the front. Yeah.
Is the cart broken?
No, the cart's intact.
Does it have
Even
a
after
thing
Malar
to attach
lifting it,
a
it's fine.
capybara?
What was that, Seth? James? Seth James?
Does it have stuff to attach the capybara to?
No, this looks like it doesn't look like this was shackled to a horse. It looks like it was taken on foot.
Shackled.
Choice of words.
Yeah. Animal cruelty added to this witch's list of crimes.
It doesn't look like it has a trap for a horse. It's more of a.
But we've got like 250 feet of rope probably on us. I'm sure we could jury rig something, especially if we had someone who's experienced in, say, tying lots of knots, like such as maybe found on
sailors,
ships.
Mm-hmm. And is a fan of horses.
And with a stratospheric dexterity score.
So you want
called
to take...
James.
So you want to take this thing, not destroy it?
The cart? I don't think we're going to destroy the cart. It's either leave it or take it.
Well, you were talking about worrying about tracks. I mean, I could incinerate it right here.
You will get on with Naeris if you ever meet her. We retract our previous thing.
To be fair, whether we take it or not, she's going to know that it was probably me who released everything because she just sent me here.
I say, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's do it.
Road trip.
All right, so if you guys you start preparing the cart to make it horse worthy to pull it.
Horse and capybara worthy.
Oh, sorry, and giant capybara. Couldn't forget the dire capybara for sure with the antlers because that's amazing. While you're preparing that will take you a couple of hours, especially in the rain. It's going to take you a while to do it. So meanwhile, popping on back to Naeris, back in the past. So you wake up in the morning, Naeris. The night has gone by uneventfully in the temple. Fedric kind of greets you in the morning. He's giving morning prayers. Offers them to you if you'd like a prayer.
Sure.
And he gives you guidance.
Aw, very sweet.
Have a safe day now.
I wanna ask him another question since completely forgot the other night.
Sure.
Oh, I don't know actually. No, would Naeris know this? Okay, so let's just check this. I'm assuming Naeris would know the conditions of how they change.
The werewolves.
Or yeah.
Yeah, you've got some idea.
The fact that it doesn't have to be a full moon. I forgot to assume it had to be a full.
Yes, you are aware of that because it has happened to you guys.
Yeah.
It happened
okay.
with Fleeting. No, it didn't happen with Fleeting Look actually.
Not when she was around. No.
No.
So I just wanted to ask him. So, like they turn into werewolves when they walk into moonlight.
When they're exposed to some moonlight, sure.
Yes. So if I ask him, like, why were they anywhere near moonlight? Why were they not kept well indoors?
It's not something I fully understand myself. There are very thin windows here. Some light, I suppose, gets through, but I don't know if it is the light necessarily or concentration of light. I don't know. It's lycanthropy is a ancient curse. I don't know how.
And why were they in places where moonlight could get through?
I was
overnight?
told to keep them here. There are no private chambers in this temple.
And we couldn't have boarded up the windows, or seeing as this is a fatal threat.
I didn't know that. Well, I don't know if such a thing is possible. I also didn't want to explain to other people in the town why the windows were boarded up. We get
you could
a large
make
congregation.
a little room within a room.
I am afraid
I have some experience in being stuck in such rooms.
I'm afraid I haven't had the time or the expertise, but
I see.
Aren't you? You know the carpenter, right?
Yep, you read my mind. I'll
As
see
long
what
as
we can
he
do.
can be discreet. Obviously, housing werewolves is not ideal. Might alarm the authorities.
Yeah, I haven't, for his own sake, I haven't really told him. Obviously, in the name of discretion, but
That seems wise.
I don't feel skilled enough to do it myself. Okay. I don't know what to do. Right. So I'm
If
just
you
gonna
trust
go
him.
back to...
Sure.
I don't trust his ability not to freak out over this. So, I'll see what I can do. I'll just go
My
back.
thanks, child. And yeah, pops a guidance on you.
Alright,
And the light of spark may light your way. Yeah, light you on your way. So, if you're heading back towards...
heading back to the workshop, I guess.
Back to the workshop to do it for another day's labor. Oh, the simple life
Yay!
of Naeris in Hillburg. There's something of the rural
I'm
idyll.
gonna go talk to Berlin and be like, so I've just spent a night at the temple because they basically I just needed to go check up on something that...
Naeris, you need to leave town. You look up, because you've been saying this as you've entered. The workshop's in a bit of disarray. Manylands bleeding from the mouth. He's got a bit of a limp as well. He's holding around his middle. Looks like there's bleeding there as well.
What happened? What happened?
Those folks you said that you saw, they came by here last night. They were looking for you. Said you said you knew where your friends were. I told her I didn't know where you were. I said I just had to get them to leave. So I told them you I told them that you were with the others, that you had gone to find them.
How close? How bad is he? Can I do a check on how bad is he? How
Make a medicine check.
you
Sure.
need him? Yeah. Oh, God damn it! What is with the roller coaster? That's 3.
With 3. Okay. I mean, he's alive. And
Okay.
clearly these wounds are not new. This happened last night, as he said. So.
Yeah.
So he's probably not on death's door.
But I need to find him some help first. Like, I need to find you some help, and we'll sort this out.
Fine. Maybe Brother Ventrix can do some healing on me or something.
So I'm gonna run back to the temple to basically ask him to help.
Ventrix. Straight away.
And
of course, sure.
Yeah, just do that, and I'm just gonna tell Brilliant. He's gonna help you and everything. They're kind of if when you're feeling okay, they're kind of in a need for a new little storage shed within one of their rooms, like something that just really, just because some of the components are a bit sensitive to light, needs to be just really properly boarded, just like Vendrix can tell you how big it is, but it'd be really cool if you could when you're feeling okay again, just build that. That'd be amazing. Just simple, nothing fancy.
Sure.
For Vendrix. He'll tell you where it goes. That's what I was gonna ask you. Right.
Of course.
Which
which
way did they go?
I said I said your friends had headed like northwest towards the mountains. That's where they're headed.
Is that where the party headed?
Yeah, as far as you know.
Okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
Look, you need to get there fast. If you can get ahead of these guys, you should. And the road's probably quickest. Take Louse, the mare out the back. She's an old girl, but she's reliable.
Do you have any more finished arrows? I might grab a couple extra.
Sure.
In the name of not fighting everything with fire.
You don't need to explain if these are going to help you stay alive, Naeris. Then they're yours. And he hands you a quiver full of arrows.
Okay, we can decide how many.
There's 20 arrows.
20. Fabulous. I love it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Can I scan around for anything else that could be useful in the workshop for me to
if you'd like.
murderize these?
What sort of things are going to be useful to you?
Is there any? Sorry.
Nothing. Don't worry about it. I said sniper
a
rifle.
tinderbox.
Yeah.
Some torches.
I'm just looking at my equipment. Just 1 second. I'm being like a good RPG video game player now. Loot all the things before you leave.
Gotta stick to the script, right?
Yeah. Any health potions anywhere?
Okay, so make an investigation check.
Yeah. Ooh. That is 12.
12. So turning over. I mean, it's already been turned over the workshop, but now you're turning it over further, trying to find stuff. Brendan's like, hey, Naeris, just slow down. What do you tell me? What do you want? What do you need?
Right. Do you have any rope?
Sure.
Maybe even a chain or something strong.
Chain. Yeah, we got some chain. Sure.
Garroting time.
It gives you a 10-foot chain and a 50-foot spool of hempen rope.
Love it. Done. Okay. That's it. Some extra tidbits that have proven useful in the past because we like to capture and tie people up. you know.
He kind of gives you another disapproving look.
Just don't ask.
Just be careful, okay?
No worry, I won't kill anyone unless I. You know what? I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. Okay, I need to go.
All right. She's the black mare out the back.
Yeah, I got it. So I run and saddle up and.
Saddle up on Louse.
Yes. Is there any tracks that I can see to confirm the direction?
Oh, sure. So yeah, head on outside on your horse, and then I would say you probably get off the horse to examine around the area, around the
Yeah,
hills.
I was thinking once I get out of the immediate vicinity to know which way they rode.
Sure, make a survival check.
That is 19.
Pretty good, 19. All right, you they're a couple of days old now, at least a day old, the tracks. But you do.
A couple of days since he just got beat up.
I mean,
last night.
one thing that definitely helps you. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the party's tracks. Apologies. You're looking for the.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, 1 sec. I'm gonna jump off the horse again. And one more thing.
Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
I take out the coin that I found. Do you know where this comes from? I left in a hurry and I was already on the horse and then dismounted and come back to the door.
Actually, it's Ventrix is the one who speaks up. Actually, as he's been tending to the wounds, he sees the coin. That's a Rachiri crown.
Well then.
From the Dragonborn.
Looks
Kingdom.
like.
That's across the border, across the mountains. You
It looks like that's where they came from. Looks like that's where they came from.
Huh.
Well, I'm just gonna make the assumption. It's fine.
Cool. So yeah, you head with your 19. Now, the group's tracks may be over a day old, but fortunately, they had a very strange creature with them, a giant capybara, which you've met, and their tracks are pretty unique. So they are easy enough to find for you, possibly for others too. But yeah, pick up that trail. They're heading across country. Your uncle said to head up the road around. It's up to you. Which way did you want to go?
I'm going to follow the tracks.
Follow the tracks sounds good. Alrighty. With all
Gallop
speed,
off.
you gallop off
All speed.
heroically. You see your cloak is flowing majestically in the breeze.
My
the same
smoke
cloak
is.
Oh yeah.
My
I was gonna
embers.
say, you've still got the cloak that your aunt gave you, right?
Nope.
That's gone. Gone.
Everything's gone.
It's gone. Sad. Okay.
Everything was
So it's now
left in
the
the
smoke-
caves. When
the
I
smoke is still
changed into the robes.
Oh, it's completely gone. I gotta change your. Change your menu. All right, I'll sort that out at the time. All right. Yeah. You head on up there, and you can see as through the passing hours, Louse is a good, sturdy horse and relatively speedy. So just for mechanical benefits, she's a draft horse, but she's speedier. She's got like a 50-foot movement speed, so she's a bit quicker than a regular draft horse. So she's sturdy and fast.
Lots of carrots for her.
Lots of carrots for her. You've got saddlebags on there with some feed as well, which we'll sort out in the character sheet later on.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice as you're following the tracks, it seems to be heading in a pretty straight direction towards the mountains in the distance, and you can see these grey clouds forming overhead. And it's over the next few hours, it gets steadily worse, steadily darker and darker, although it's not night. Until you are suddenly in the midst of a rainstorm, and the ground underneath is difficult and proving difficult even for your horse to get through. Slows you down considerably. And that's where we're going to leave things with Naeris for now. Back to the party. So you guys have you wanted to hitch up your caravan. I think this is going to require some kind of check to MacGyver your way into this. So. Who wants to kind of lead the this exercise?
Points at Sailor Rope Boy.
Sailor Rope Boy. Seth to do all the.
Sure.
Malar will give you guidance.
Nice. All right, Seth. So
what does that add?
D4.
D4.
Cool.
So, Seth, if you want to, you're basically been tasked with fixing the horse to, or the capybara, or both, to the caravan in order for them to pull it. I would say before we get to the actual implementation, can you make this would be an intelligence check. Let's say a history check to recall your knowledge of carts and traps.
15. Oh, with guidance. 16.
16, nice. Okay, so you got a good concept in your head on how you're going to make this work, and then you can grab the rope. I'll say, given your background, given your high dexterity score and the rest of it, that you don't need to roll for this. You've got a good clear plan. So within a few minutes you have managed to attach Horsey to the caravan in it seems a sturdy capacity, so he'll be able to take it. And that being that he was a carriage horse anyway, he'll take the load, so that's good.
Cool.
We're all set, chaps.
Let's roll. Roll up?
No, you don't need to roll anything. You're good. Just that history check was enough because.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said
with your background as a sailor type, you know knots. Okay, that's fine. So you have a workable caravan.
Let's roll out.
Knots of which
Go
you
kill
speak.
some manticores.
Well, we've got a test to take. Is the other thing.
A test to take.
Well, we could
The last session
take
there
it on
was
the move.
What the witch said, right?
the Aarakocra.
Oh, the path. Sorry, yes.
Path. We've got an Indiana Jones style situation to solve. That's what we're heading for, right?
Let's get there then.
Yeah.
Go.
Exactly, indeed. Short rest, please.
Yeah.
All right. So who's short resting? Because you said you've attached the cart to a
I'll
horse,
drive
so then you
the
can
carriage.
rest
I
in.
don't need to short rest.
Okay. So Brucon, you can fit one or two other folks in there if you
We've
want
got
to
two short people, Brucon and Brina, and then a big boy, Malar.
Cool. You guys can so the three of you, it's a bit cramped with Malar, but sure, you guys can short rest in there.
I
That's
could just climb on a horsey or something to make space in the cart or something.
Me and Fleeting don't need short rests. We didn't take much damage, and ours come back on long rest. But his come back on. So we'll sit up front and we'll drive.
Yeah, so you're sitting on Horsey at the front with the saddle. It's attached. It's a bit more cumbersome and awkward to sit on him now because of the way that you've attached him to the cart. But Fleeting's very happy that the giant capybara has not been involved in the cart attachment process. So he's free on one side, but he is uncomfortably close to you as per usual, Seth. So as you continue now across the road, because the route you're heading with the two Aarakocra with you, kind of periodically one of them's going into the air checking the direction. You seem to be heading straight towards the mountains. So you pass over the road and then you're heading kind of across these plains. You know you're getting closer to the foot of the mountains now. Seth, can you make a perception check as you're on the horse, keeping watch? Equally, I think if Leobrin's not short resting, are you short resting, Leobrin?
There's no room to, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
would have liked to, but it's fine. There's no room.
You can spend the time during the short rest examining the pearl if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I can if I can do that while
Yeah,
walking.
you can make an Arcana check, right?
Yes, I can do that.
That's a thing. That's a thing that you can do.
That's a thing. 16.
Mechanically. Okay, so yes, recognize through the hour then with that Arcana check. Experimenting with it. It seems that this pearl seems to not only seems to have a arcanic kind of feel to it, an aura about it, but it seems to be, it's by its very nature that it is kind of an arcana supplement. You can add a pearl of power to your character sheet.
Aha. Lovely stuff.
It
Doesn't
requires
fix my
attunement.
magic, but it supplements, which will be another hour.
Yeah, another hour to attune. Seth, what did you get on your perception?
21.
21. All right. With a 21, so although the rain has subsided somewhat, it's still drizzling as you guys cross the road. You can see up ahead of you, some distance away, the ground. It loses its fertility. It's not as green and lush as it was on the other side. It seems a lot more barren. It's as well as the kind of blackish brown mud. There's also seems to be entire swathes, entire areas covered in kind of a white transition. It's got a kind of white dusty feel to it. Look to it. So it's kind of wet, but pretty barren, covered in this kind of what reminds you of dandruff, salt, sugar, that kind of look to the ground ahead of you. Peppered with white.
I get it. Yeah.
I was like, that's some heavy dandruff if you can see it from this distance.
Yeah, right. Oh dear, may have embellished that description somewhat.
No, I was in a place that matches this description very recently, and not at all. That is, it's really weird. Like from a distance, it's like it's this kind of weird like combination of snow and it looks like sort of weird dirty snow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what. Fantastic. Thanks. Great. So you're aware of that. However, also, Seth, with a 21, you cast your eye back across the cart, past your party, and just on the edge of your vision through the drizzle, you can see coming across the coming up round the road, following the line of the road which you've just crossed, some way back from where you guys were with the cart. It seems that other figures seems to be horseback. We're not sure how many, but it seems to be signs of movement in the distance coming up the
road. Can I make out what they are?
It's quite far away. You by all means you can try, but it will be difficult given the obscurement of the rain and so on.
Can I at least see if they are they keeping up or are they gaining?
Okay, yeah, sure. Make a perception check. Good call.
15.
15. At your current pace, they seem to be gaining on you. But that being said, you're heading off the road, and these things seem to be following the road. So it may well just pass you by. It could be, somebody running an errand between two cities.
As we keep going on, do they turn off road to follow us?
So you're keeping an eye out as you continue on. Yes. They stop abruptly in the road, and then after a moment or so they turn, and they are now directly following you guys. They're still some distance back. It doesn't seem like they're within visual range for them, as far as you can tell, yet. But they're not going at an alarming pace.
I will reference a thing that happened earlier, just in case it's relevant. Leobrin was going to be using the Earth spell to remove tracks, mold Earth.
Very good. In fact, sorry, with that in mind, because that would have made it harder. Very good point. And that's also why you're so slow as well. That was a better roll. That's annoying. Okay. Yes, they seem to be heading in your direction. However, they are moving a lot slower now. They don't seem to be outpacing you now. They seem to be a lot more tentative, but they are heading in your direction.
Cool. I'm going to yell back into the cart. We've got company following us. Anyone?
Someone just dropped out the chat for a second, hence the pause.
Oh,
it was me. Don't worry, I'm back.
Was Was this over an hour after the start of the thing? Like,
Yes, you've had
the
your
short
short rest,
rest.
yes.
Short rests
I
have
have
been had.
rested. Okay, good.
Okay. Brucon goes. Interesting.
Fleeting look
I'll-
turns and says, says, shall I deal with them, best friend?
How?
Asking the real questions here.
I don't know.
That's a hell of an
don't
offer.
want to say yes. I feel like I feel like you'll fall off. The people chasing us, are they? How close are they now?
There's still some distance from you. We're talking like, probably you guesstimate maybe between a half and a quarter mile behind you.
Well, as we keep moving away, have they gotten to within like 120 feet of us?
No, they're not outpacing you now. They seem to be moving a lot more
no, we-
tentatively.
Okay. We'll carry on then until the point where they seem like they're catching up.
Aren't we supposed to be getting to a very difficult path at some point? Shouldn't we deal with the problem in easier terrain?
Before we're trapped. That does seem sensible.
So you want to pull over and see what they want? Slash them?
I mean,
You said slash there,
what
right?
they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Slash them.
I will bash them. And Fleeting holds up his warhammer.
Bash and slash, great.
So am I pulling? Are we pulling over? Are we doing this?
You notice that there's a lake up ahead, relatively small lake. It seems to be the only feature in this otherwise pretty barren, as I said, almost arid but salty plain.
This seems like somewhere that could be a good map drop for stream.
Perhaps.
Let's stop here.
Yep.
There's various rocky outcroppings around it as well. Small rocks, not like on the hillside where you could hide behind them per se, but certainly there's. If you were to go prone, you could probably hide behind some of these rocks. Sure.
Oh, we've got a carriage I can hide in. I'm fine. I'm happy.
All right.
They may notice the carriage.
Cool. Let's
hide in place.
pull over.
You pull over. Sure.
Yeah,
okay.
pull
So
over.
bring the cart.
Turn the indicators on.
Pull over. It could be the fuzz.
Put the hazards on. Because it's
What
are you
conditions.
Seth, how much time do we have? Do we have time to hide?
Are you guys holding anything? This could be the
Cart?
cops.
I'll let you guys work out your preparations for this, I guess, trap that you're going to set in due course. However, finally, dropping back to Naeris. Naeris, you got to take a day's rations off of your sheep. You've been traveling for over a day on the trail of your friends, and you come finally after going past hillsides, corpses of these manticores, which are these giant body of a lion, wings, kind of scorpion's tail, and a humanoid-esque head with rows and rows of teeth. They're quite grotesque and scary. But you've come across 5 dead ones, so that's kind of reassuring. No dead party members. After going past all that, you come to a crossroads where you can see. Well, what can you see? Let's make a perception. Can you make a perception check, please?
So exciting.
Or survival, your choice.
Potter. Perception for sure.
Yeah.
This as well. 9.
Elviness.
No Eric here with the soundboard.
It's
Chunky parties.
So it's been parties. It's been raining, and so that has hindered your progress as well as it seems your party as well. You don't see much signs of a trail from your party anyway. You lose the kind of capybara at this time, which is the main one you've been following. But you do pick up 3 sets of hoof prints that have not been hidden, and they are heading directly across the road. They came along the road and now are heading straight ahead of you towards the mountains.
Just a bit of a sit rep for what's going on in Naeris' mind as she's been going, and sort of the distress of seeing her uncle the way it was subsided. It's been replaced by good old-fashioned rage.
Yeah.
Naeris
Multiclass
is
barbarian.
back.
Yeah.
Yay! Angry! Yay! So, but
Get that
because
rage hole.
the normal has been replaced by silent, brooding anger with Naeris after the events of the caves and the kidnapping. That's the current visage.
Oh, so we are getting into no shit.
The smoldering
Naeris
is added.
territory
Yes,
now.
exactly. Yes.
Oh.
So
the-
she
pout is
she
back.
strikes an imposing figure dressed all in black, with the smoldering and was it a black mare?
Yes, that's right. Black mare
Yes,
named
there you
Lance.
go. There you go. And red eyes. She basically resembles a kind of devil.
The horse eyes are kind
No,
of
I mean,
a
Naeris,
reddy.
not the horse.
No, the horse's eyes are a reddy brown as well, with a sort of maroon saddle. So there is a bit of a red and black
Perfect.
theme. So yeah.
Well,
Lance
there you
seems
go.
Like a good fit.
Need more intimidation on my sheet here. I mean,
Smolder. So as you smolder into the middle distance, we're going to leave things there for today. 'Cause
just
that's a
rain
really good
and
place
anger.
to stop, I think. With you guys as you prepare your trap for next time. Is that okay, everyone?
I'm
Yeah,
so
sure.
excited because somebody's gonna get fireballed.
Yes, hopefully not.
Oh yeah,
because
you've
of
not.
your
Have
group.
you've not cast a fireball in anger yet, have you?
Nope.
No
But
one has.
all I can say is if you see Naeris approaching, stand well back because you might be in the splash zone.
It's gonna get
Don't
spicy.
fireball in anger, I heard you say.
Spice.
I cannot wait to see her reaction when Brina does the same.
No.
It's gonna be fantastic.
So, Seth,
Firepower
just step
competition.
away. Step away from the targets.
Ah.
Unless you
Yeah.
want to relive.
Don't hit your friend with fire.
Remember, James is still trying to make Seth remember. So
I
he
know,
has to
I
keep
know.
putting Seth in fire danger.
I know.
It's great.
I'm determined to remember.
There could
Even
be
at the cost of your own hit points.
Yes.
Yes. There could be an inadvertent pincer move happening next time, but I'm afraid, guys, you're gonna have to wait 2 weeks to see when if that works, when that happens. As I said, no stream next week. I'm so sorry about that. However, we will have the stream on Friday. So this Friday, I'll be doing another campaign diary, talking about recapping everything that's happened so far. Also giving me an opportunity to catch up on my notes, which are missing from the last couple of sessions. So there'll be that on Friday, and I may well get something on the YouTube. I'm getting old. I keep saying the Facebook,
The YouTube, yes.
the Twitch. On our YouTube, I may well have something coming out next Friday. So if you're not joining us, if you haven't followed and subscribed on our YouTube yet, please do so. To be so that you're notified first when that premieres. Basically, it's been a little while. It's been voted for by our subscribers on Discord. So another, provided my tech doesn't fail me as it did at the weekend, another Don't Believe the Hype will be coming out on YouTube. So tune in for that. Anyway, until next time. By the way, thank you guys so much. Welcome back, Marshall and Marta. Great to see you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, everybody, and for you guys, of course, for playing. Have a great West, turning into nibbles.
West.
A great rest of your week. Great rest of your week.
It's Jonathan Wass.
Jonathan Wass. So keep yourself safe.
West of your reek.
Mind your W's.
Keep yourselves safe, everyone. Have a great week. Ignore all the shit that's going on in the world, and just stay positive. Everything's gonna be fine. Everyone's good.
Play D&D.
Play
Just
D&D.
roll.
Keep calm and play D&D and just roll with it. I think if we get into it. Thank you so much. Have a great week,
Bye.
everyone. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.